What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. You know, a question I often get asked, right? You already know what we do on here. We make delicious food, make it high protein, fit into our diets, extra anabolic. But a question I often receive is, what are my favorites, right? We have a cookbook with over 300 recipes, channels loaded down. Which ones are my go-tos, my favorite anabolic recipes? And today, although it was tough, I narrowed it down to a list of my top 5. I'm gonna share with you guys today, so that way if you're new to this diet or looking for some new ideas or whatever, hey man, you're gonna have my ultimate recommendation. So if you guys are ready to eat delicious food and get ripped all at the same time, then I'm the man for you. Let's do it! Yeah!
You're only gonna see me where I'm paid to be. I'm only watching TV if I'm watching me. Got it out the mud, now my Jordan's clean. Diamonds on me, dancing, let them drip on me. Bring a couple bottles, put it on me.
You guys have no idea how hard this was, man. I literally sat with my cookbook for hours trying to figure out which recipes I thought were gonna fit in here. I have a little bit of criteria, right? For me, man, the ones I lean on, I like them to be easy. You know what I mean? I want them to taste amazing, when I have a ton of protein. Most importantly, I want them to crush my cravings. That way we can keep a nice, lean, tight physique, baby. And keep in mind, all of these recipes you're about to see, you can find a video breaking the whole thing down on my channel. Or if you have a copy of the RJF Anabolic Cookbook, you'll find all the recipes in there as well. So if any one of these in particular tickles your fancy, you got a way to check them out. All right, here we go. First recipe that I lean on all the time. Perfect way to start the day, super filling, tons of protein, is my anabolic chocolate chip waffles. Growing up as a kid, chocolate chip waffles were a staple. We'd buy those cheap little Eggo ones. I'd throw them in a toaster, and I'd be sent off to school with a gut full of sugar. No wonder my acne was terrible. But with this one right here, I get all the flavor. I get a ton of protein, got those gooey chocolate chips in every single bite, and the cool part is, it's so easy to make because all we're really gonna do with this, right, is take all the ingredients, throw them in a mixing bowl, weigh them out. There's only like 6 ingredients in total. You whip them all together, you heat up your waffle griddle, you pour them on there, bada bing, bada boom, you got 2 massive high protein filling waffles. Literally couldn't be any easier. And I lean on this for a variety of reasons. 1, super filling. I eat that for breakfast, I'm gonna be full for a while. 2, we're getting 54 grams of protein. That's a ton. I try to hit 200 grams a day. That's the whole point of the anabolic diet. And 3, even when I'm fasting, this is perfect to toss in a meal prep container and eat cold, man. You don't need a microwave, don't get heated up, nothing like that. Douse her in Miss Buttersworth sugar-free syrup and you're off to the races. And overall at this, starting the day with 482 calories, 10 grams of fat, 54 grams of protein, 44 grams of carbs with 10 grams of fiber. Those macros are quite literally perfect for what we're trying to do, and when you add in the flavor and the ease of making it, this is hands down one of my favorite anabolic meals. Now for the second meal, I'm really starting to realize that I'm a stickler for foods I ate as a kid. Except we're making them healthier, perfect for our diet, right? So with this second meal, one that I lean on all the time is the anabolic garlic bread grilled cheese. Not only does this thing taste so freaking amazing, like literally if you ordered that at a restaurant and they brought you the recipe version, you'd have no idea. But the fact, just like the waffles, we can have this done in under 10 minutes is wild. And I'm sure you guys have made a grilled cheese before, so you know how simple that is. The only real extra thing we're doing here is creating our low-calorie garlic butter. We're gonna mix all the ingredients together. Really simple stuff. Then we're gonna make sure we're using the right types of cheeses. We're gonna use the right type of bread. We're gonna butter that sucker. We're gonna put her on the skillet, give her a fry until it's all ooey gooey and everything's coming out the outside. Literally, this thing is gourmet. And once again, like the chocolate chip waffles, I lean on a lot of these because if I have to eat it cold, put it in a meal prep container, hey man, I'm okay with that. Still tastes great. And with this one right here, we're getting 338 calories with just 6 grams of fat, 33 grams of protein, only 38 grams of carbs, and we're getting a gram of fiber. So regardless of who you are, this should easily fit into your diet. Anybody can make it, even if you have no culinary skills. And I'm telling you, you take one bite, you'll be a believer. Now at the third meal, we're gonna tackle a food that if you're on a diet, everybody tells you shouldn't be able to have, but we made it possible. And that is ice cream, more specifically a Dairy Queen version. My anabolic Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard is by far one of my favorite ways to crush my sweet tooth, get in a ton of volume, that way I'm stuffed afterwards, while making sure I'm getting in a lot of protein and doing my body some good. Obviously the flavor is amazing, but here, once again, ease of use is why I lean on this one so much. This one is as easy as just combining all of your ingredients in a blender, blending it on high for a few minutes, taking some of your Reese's Puff cereal out of the side, crushing it, sprinkling it on top, and bingo, you have a high protein, massive blizzard that's gonna keep you full, satisfied, and moving towards your goal. As a kid, I grew up in a small town, a very small town. Dairy Queen was like the only place to get ice cream. I grew up on blizzards, and once again, no wonder I was out of shape and had terrible skin, man. It makes sense looking back. You know what they say, hindsight's 2020. But now I can enjoy this childhood classic with none of the guilt. In this massive blizzard, what we're getting is just 444 calories with 8 grams of fat, 43 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs with 9 grams of fiber. Once again, high protein, perfect macros. You compare that to what you pick up at Dairy Queen, you'll quickly realize, well, this is the one you should be eating. Now, this fourth meal was the trickiest of them all because you guys already know I love pizza. Pizza is one of my favorite things in the entire world. I have a ton of different versions. Sheet pan, deep dish, Chicago style. I've made an anabolic version of all of them, so it's really hard to narrow it down. But the one I think that really just hits all the boxes, truly gourmet, is my cheese stuffed crust pizza, the anabolic version version, of course. Every single bite is cheesy, delicious, and when you get to that crust, it's gourmet too, just like Pizza Hut stuffed crust. You're getting a mouthful of cheese in every single bite. And while this isn't the easiest pizza I make on the channel, it's still pretty easy once you know what you gotta do. Start by making an easy high protein dough from scratch. All you need is a little bit of flour, some Greek yogurt. You're gonna knead it together, let it sit for a second, and boom, you're gonna have a dough ball. We're gonna form that into the shape of our crust. We're gonna take some low-fat mozzarella sticks. We're gonna put them around the outside. We're gonna roll the crust up. Then after that, we're just gonna decorate this bad boy with our toppings, toss her in the oven, and poof, you're gonna have a cheesy, delicious, high-protein pizza that is literally gonna taste like you're living with the Pizza Hut delivery guy. And this is one of those pizzas I might make if I have company over, or if I have a bunch of calories left over and I need a ton of protein. I can smash this whole thing. In this bad boy, we're getting 1,528 calories with just 20 grams of fat, 147 grams of protein, 190 grams of carbs with 8 grams of fiber. With that 147 grams of protein, I'm literally 3/4 of the way to my 200 gram protein goal after eating it. And if it's one of those times where I do eat the whole thing, I am so stuffed and so satisfied afterwards. And any cravings or binging or anything that might result from me like eating chicken, rice, and broccoli all the time and missing like normal food completely away, and I wake up the next day feeling amazing. Like I said, I always do a bunch of different types of pizzas, but if I had to pick just one, if you had to try just one, this is definitely the one I recommend. All right, guys, the grand finale, the fifth and final food. Now, the thing is, I'm making this list like it's hard to pick just 5 foods. I love so many foods in a cookbook, it's not even funny. But realistically, I had to ask myself, which ones do you eat the most? Which ones do you go to the most? And after thinking about that, man, I had to settle on the Anabolic boneless wing. I absolutely love fried chicken. That small town I lived in, there was a KFC right before we took the exit way out of the country to our house, and I ended up eating KFC all the freaking time. I even worked there in high school. The crispy fried chicken, always been one of my favorites. But by the time you deep fry it and do all that, it's literally terrible for your diet, man. Lots of calories, lots of BS. But when we make it this way, it's so much better, man. We just start by cutting our chicken all up into about boneless wing size. We're gonna fill a bowl with some simple ingredients, a little bit of white flour, some seasonings, nothing crazy. You mix it up, then you either crack a few eggs in a bowl or use some egg beaters. You dip the chicken down in, toss it in the breading bowl, shake it up, coat those suckers. Then we just throw them on a plate, hit them with a light coating of nonstick spray, and boom, toss them in the air fryer, 400 degrees, 10, 12, 15 minutes, and bada bing, bada boom, you got crispy fried chicken. And the cool part is I love to modify these. So sometimes I do Parmesan garlic boneless wings. That was one of my BW3's Buffalo Wild Wings classics. Or I'll use a low calorie GU sauce and we'll have Asian Zing boneless wings. Or if I'm feeling froggy, we'll just make them buffalo. Highly customizable. You can even eat them plain with a dipping sauce, whatever. Everybody loves fried chicken and I lean on this one because, hey man, I want to live in a world where fried chicken is a health food. And the macros are crazy. At this meal, we're getting 314 calories with just 2 grams of fat, 53 grams of protein, only 21 grams of carbs with a gram of fiber. Literally, it doesn't get much better than this. I have a ton of fried chicken recipes on my channel. We got strips, we got all sorts of stuff. But to me, the boneless wings with the customizability and the easy use, quick cooking time, definitely makes them a staple in this house. And there we go, guys. Those are my top 5 anabolic recipes. We had a ton of runners up, so there's some honorable mentions here. The crispy fried chicken sandwich 2.0 I just put out, insane. The smash burger is obviously insane. Thin crust pub pizza, over 100 grams of protein, so easy, anybody can do it. Chocolate chip cookies are a staple, especially for meal prep. We got the classic anabolic French toast, oh my God. And then any of the donut recipes, specifically the cinnamon toast crunch donuts. Mwah. All in all, guys, the goal is to eat delicious food and not even have it feeling like a diet, man. I did the chicken, rice, and broccoli stuff for far too long, and now, surprisingly, I basically get to eat anything I want and still maintain a nice lean physique. It doesn't get much better than that. Like I stated earlier, right, there's a video for every one of these recipes and more all over my channel. You can go check them out. But if you want to make it as easy as possible with every one of these recipes at your fingertips, don't forget, I have a cookbook, the RGF Anabolic Cookbook. You can always snag a copy at the first link in the description box. I mean it when I say it, this is the best, easiest diet I've ever done. I break down everything in here for you. We have over 300 pages, and the cool part is when I drop new recipe videos, the book gets updated for free, so it keeps growing for the life that you have it. This thing started with 71 pages at the beginning of my journey. Now we're sitting somewhere around like 348. Pretty wild. I'm telling you, you follow us in here. You truly do. You follow it. You will get results no matter what. You just have to get in that kitchen and make it happen. If that sounds good to you, hit that link down below to check it out. And one question with this diet I'm often asked is, Rem, do you eat any greens? Do you eat any fruits or vegetables at all? And to be honest, not very often. But what I do, and what I recommend you do too, I do 2 scoops of greens every single morning. I'm also taking 12 grams of fiber. I take 6 beef liver capsules and a couple men's 1-a-day vitamins. This works really well for me, keeps me lean, makes sure I'm hitting those nutritional bases. And then at the end of the day, I don't gotta eat nothing that I don't want. And as far as snacks go between meals, I got videos on that on the channel you can check out. One of my favorites though is the Anabar, the world's best tasting protein bar. Here we go. Certified Hood Classic. Woo, we just crushed that sucker. Quite literally the best tasting protein bar in the world. And if you want a chance to win a free box, I do a giveaway in every single video. If you want to enter, hit the thumbs up button, be subscribed, leave a comment down below. I choose one lucky commenter and someone wins in every vid. The winner from the last video is Kevin Williams, 2850 with the comment. This sandwich looks fire. I'm down 41 pounds so far and I'm not stopping. Thank you for making something so easy available. I'm also alcohol free myself with no beers. Cheers. Hey Kevin, glad you like the Anabolic Smash Burger. You know that's one of my favorites. I love that thing. The fact you're down 41 pounds, that's huge, man. Big props. Don't stop. And I'm glad to hear you're alcohol free too, man. Not saying everybody should be, but those of us that can't control ourselves probably should be, and that's where I'm at. Thank you guys for all the support on that video as well, man. It means a lot. All right, big dog, shoot me an email. The email in my description box to get one of these lovely box of bars out to you ASAP. For everybody else, you want to try the world's best tasting protein bar, you can visit theanabar.com. My code RGF10 will save you money. We're available in HEB grocery stores. We're available in Hy-Vee. We're in a ton of supplement shops. You can always check out our store locator. And I got a really big announcement coming soon. We're about to be in one of the biggest supplement shops in the world. So stay tuned for that, y'all. She's a big one. Make sure you guys enter that giveaway. And I think it's officially time we're out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to make any of these recipes, I'll either have them in a pinned comment or description box. They'll be somewhere for you if you want to go watch that specific vid. Real quick before I go, if you ever like the apparel I'm wearing, right, we got that Young LA shirt on. Ooh, with the cool branding on the back. I'm also rocking their signature shorts, which is cool because they got pockets for everything, right? Put your wallet back there. And as always, their Calvin Klein style boxers are my favorite. You can always check their stuff out at youngla.com. My code RGF will save you money, and I'm telling you, it's quite literally all I wear. I love it. Quality, fit, everything's amazing. They got dress clothes, jeans, shirts, they literally got everything. So if you check it out, I know you'll find something dope. And finally, I'm a personal trainer, right? If you want to take all the guesswork out of it, you want me to make you a meal plan filled with delicious foods like the one you just saw, where I have you fill out a questionnaire, I get all your stats info and everything, that way it's perfect for you. Make sure you visit RemingtonJamesFitness.com because I can get you straight. There we go, people. That's gonna wrap this video. Appreciate you guys so very much. Let me know down below if you end up liking this. If you want, maybe I'll do 5 more of my favorite anabolic recipes. Who knows, man? Sky's the limit. Appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Boom, 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 baby. Woo, we gone.